that I wanted to start with is this idea that institutional change begins with what I would call a legacy moment. And a legacy moment, I think, is really important in the sense that you all got into education because you believed in your capacity to influence the improvement of someone else, right? That's why we all got into this business. But for the most part, as your president really underscored, a lot of us get into education because it is a solitary business where we have total control, right? A lot of academics are attracted to academe because you are the god of your universe, right? I mean, that's the great thing about being a faculty member. That's why it was really hard for me to leave the faculty. Because going from the faculty to administration, you go from a place where you have almost total control to a place where you have no control. Why would anybody want to do that? But I think this, what's that?
You're still smiling.
I'm still smiling, I'm still smiling. It's a great job, it absolutely is. But I think it's about understanding that when you're a faculty member, one of the things that you do is you influence people kind of one person at a time. And your legacy is carried through that person, through those students, right? And I'm sure you've all received letters or cards or emails from students who told you, you really changed me. And I think what's powerful about those cards or those emails is knowing that if you change that person's life, you probably change things for their family, right? You change things for their children. You change things for their future. There's a legacy that lives through you in that person, right? It's beautiful and noble. But I think one of the things that you have an opportunity to do now as a change agent is shift the idea of the legacy, invest it in a person, and invest it in your college. And what I mean by that is institutional change is about making your college such that generations and generations hence, 30 years from now, you could look at your college and say, that place is different because I was there, right? The students leave, right, and take their legacy with them. This is about making the legacy where you are, okay, and actually changing the college and the way that the college operates, the principles by which the college values things. Not necessarily changing systems, because systems are going to change over time, but changing the culture, right? Because you have an opportunity to make a lasting impression on that college culture. And that's a legacy moment. And there has to be a reason to do that, because giving up the time to invest in people and students has to have a different payoff, right? And when you're sitting in tedious meetings and, you know, working with people who don't want to do what seems like the right thing to do, right? There has to be a reason for doing it, and that legacy moment is the reason for doing it.